Hi, third graders, it's Mrs. Compton, and today we're going to start off with counting by multiples of 10. Remember, multiples are what you say when you count by a number. So if we start with 10, the next number we're going to say is 20. All right, we'll count all the way to, how about 150? All right, here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. All right, tell me what you know about 150. I'm going to guess that some of you probably know that there are 15 tens in 150. How many times do we have to count by 10 to get there? We had to count all the way to 100, and that was 10 counts, right? 10 counts of 10 make 100. And then we had to do 5 more counts to get to 150. So in all, we counted 15 times, and we didn't even lose our breath. Thank goodness we weren't doing jumping jacks or squats or something along with the count, right? Okay, so when we're thinking about multiplication, a lot of times we should have or actually most of the time, or all the time maybe, we should have a picture in our heads, right? So do you remember these from way back in the day, right? We have these, and we had these in groups of 10. Do you guys remember that? So you guys learned to count. You might not even remember learning to count by tens, but you did by using tools like this. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Woo, can you even see them? There we go. So how many groups of 10 do we have here that make 50? We have 5 groups of 10, right? So I just like to give a quick reminder, even though I'm pretty sure we've all used these before, I want you to remember these as we are practicing working with tens, because that will help us have the picture in our mind. So even though I think you know how to count by tens, and I think you already know what these guys look like, just humor me, play along, okay? All right, so I have a question today, and it's about a veterinarian clinic giving out some free classes. Now, I'm going to say hello to my buddy Mark, because Mark got a new dog not too long ago. Leo is learning how to behave himself, so I thought it would be fun to put Mark in this story. Mark's in Mrs. Yates's class. I want to say hi to Mrs. Yates in her class too. All right, so here we go. Best Care Veterinary Clinic offered free pet care classes for 5 days. Mark attended the pet care class for 30 minutes each day. How many minutes did Mark attend the class? All right, so what do I always say? You got to get the picture in your head, right? So the first time we read it, we're reading the words. Second time we're reading it, we're reading the words and making sure we have the pictures in our head. So make sure you read it again. I'm going to take a moment to read it to myself. You take a moment to read it to yourself too. Okay, so my understanding is we've got a nice veterinarian clinic here who's offering free pet care classes. They offer those free classes for 5 days. Each time Mark goes to the classes are 30 minutes long. So we have to figure out how many minutes did Mark attend the class. All right, so right now what I want you to do is I want you to hit pause, and I want you to come up with how you might solve this problem. And you can grab your whiteboard, you can grab your paper, and you can write down your strategies. And I'll be right back to guess maybe how you solve this. All right, hit pause. All right, I'm back. Did you hit pause? I hope you did, because I'm ready to take some guesses on what you did to solve. All right, I'll be curious to see if I get all of the ways that the class solved or if I still have some learning to do. All right, so let's see. I think you probably thought about this question as 5 days times 30 minutes per day. So we're looking to solve 5 times 30. All right, so I'm wondering if anybody split the 30 into 10 plus 10 plus 10. Did anybody do that? I'm curious because I'm guessing that some of you probably knew what 5 times 10 was. That would be what? 5 times 10 is 50. But then you would have to do that how many times? Let's see, 1, 2, 3 times. So I'm going to guess that some of you would say I did it again. And then once more makes 3 times. Now, where did our 30 go? We have 5 times 10. Where is our 30? You're probably yelling at me, but I can't hear you. I'm taking guesses. So our 30 is still right here because our 30 is worth 3 tens, right? So 5 times 3 tens. So 5 times 3 tens would give us this right here. So 50 plus 50 plus 50. I'm guessing you probably know this is 100. 50 plus 50 is 100. Plus another 50 is 150. So 5 times 3 tens is 150. So 5 times 3 tens, 150. So 5 times 30, also 150. I'm the queen of cramming stuff in. Oh my goodness. Okay. I have another guess. Maybe after you watched that 5 times 10, 5 times 10, 5 times 10, maybe you said to yourself, wait a minute, you could do a 5 times 10. Let me get a different color here. You could do a 5 times 10. 5 times 10. But then we just did it how many times? 1, 2, 3. So you could do it 3 times. So instead of having the 10 and the 3 together, you can break up the 10 or break up the 30 into a 10 and a 10 and a 10. So 3 groups of 10. And then you could do 5 times 10, which is 50, times 3, which is still 150. Anyway we go, we're going to find out it's 150, right? This is actually called the associative property. Did you guys know that? So before, originally, our 10 and our 3 were grouped together. That was our 30, right? But then I'm going to guess many of you decided to break the 30 up into 10s. So if you did that and you put the 5 times 10 together first, that is the associative property. That is what you have used. Now, it's been a while since we've looked at number lines. So let's look at a number line. Let's see what it would look like there. Okay. I know you can barely see it down below here, but this is 10 and, oh my goodness, you guys, that's a 0. This is 0, and it starts at 10 after that, and it goes all the way to 160. I thought we could just take hops of, I don't know, say 3 tens, and we could do that. So we have to do 3 tens times 5. So if we start here and we do a hop of 3 tens, that's 1, 2, 3. You can actually see the smaller hops inside, right? So each of these smaller hops is a hop of 10, 10, 10, and the larger hop is a hop of 30, right? So then we could do 3 more hops. 1, 2, 3. And remember, that's the same as hopping a bigger 30. And we could do that again. Small, small, small. 3 hops of 10, 30. And then so far we've gone 1, 2, 3 times. We have to go 5 times. Ready? 1, 2, 3 small hops of 10 make 30. And let's see. We've got 1 more time to go because we have to get 5 hops of 30. 1, 2, 3. Small hops of 10 make a 30. And we landed at the number right here. You can probably barely see it. It's 150. So you can see we can use tens to help us when we have to multiply by numbers that are multiples of 10. All right, it's your turn. Go get your stuff. Go get your book. Go get your paper and your pencil and your, I don't know, whiteboard. What are you going to do to solve your problem? All right, kids, I'll see you next time.